Hi everyone, this is James from Video Gamers Legends. Now remember, I'm not a legend at all, I'm just a regular guy who loves and enjoys video games. But today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Xbox Elite 2 Series 2 Halo Infinite controller, and I'm really excited about this. Let's get right into the unboxing, guys. Let's do it. Alright, so this is the unboxing of the Xbox Elite Series 2 Halo Infinite controller. I never owned the original Elite. I'm excited to unbox this because Halo Infinite did become my game of the year in 2021. I know that Forza Horizon 5 was my game of 2021. I know we're in 2022 now, but at the end, when Halo Infinite released and I played the campaign and I played the multiplayer, I'm obsessed with it. So I want to get a step in my game, and that's why I purchased this controller, and let's look at it and see what we got here. Now, the pull tabs we did pull off because I was struggling with them, because we did try to open it up once. We're going to open it up for you officially now. And the presentation of Microsoft and Xbox with all their new things is amazing. This is the case that it comes in, absolutely amazing. You have the UNSC logo on there, and you have that nice John 117 Master Chief green. UNSC, if you don't know the lore of Halo, it stands for United Nations Space Command. So we are going to open it up here. Actually, the first thing we'll get into is it comes with a actual charging dock. So you can actually charge it. You don't have to use batteries. So there's the cord. And we actually do have this that it comes with as well. And this is just, I knew there'd be a code in here. I think there's a code in here. Yep. And then a booklet, instruction booklet that they give you. Look at the box too. It looks awesome. So finally, we're going to unbox it here. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Look at those. We'll talk about the colors too first, and then we'll talk about some of the features. So we have Master Chief. If you don't know, his armor is this color green. Oh wow, the presentation. They did a great job. Look at this detail. You have scruff marks here. It actually kind of feels like it would be armor, the actual plastic. You have scruff marks there. Look at there. This looks like he got shot right here. Wow. The sticks are the actual green too, and then you have the gold as well on the D-pad. The grip is, the rubber is kind of like a hard rubber, but it's really good at keeping your grip and your hand stationary. Oh wow. So we have this 117 tag here, and I think that's actually embedded into the controller. That is so sick. Awesome detail. And on the back here, if you don't know, with Master Chief, the back of his helmet, this is where he puts the chip for Cortana. That is so amazing. 117 here too as well. Now we'll get to some of the features. What's really cool is the customization options you get with these kind of controllers, and it's all about performance when you're playing. That's why people buy these controllers. It's all about performance. So if you can see here with the triggers, you have different options here based on how you want to play, and these are magnetic, so they come right off. So simple, but they feel so nice and tight. So if you want to have your sticks be longer, you can have that option, or shorter. You have different grips as well on them for your thumbs. That is really cool. I'm actually going to change the D-pad to this. I think this just looks cooler. Wow. So that's cool. So you have that. And then on the back here, we're going to talk about this. So these are the paddles. So what you can do, I brought out this regular controller so you can get an idea. So you can actually map these paddles to different buttons on how you want to use them. So for example, this top one could be B, A, and this one could be Y, X. You can map them out that way, or different ways. You can actually remove them if you only want to use, and those come off really easy and go back on. If you actually want to only use 2 of them instead of 4, you can do it that way. And then we have these trigger locks here. Well, back to the paddles, the whole concept is you do, as a player in a Halo and multiplayer, you do not want to take your thumbs off the thumbsticks. So you would use these paddles in the back and you have a huge advantage over your players. So you use your paddles in the back like that. So we actually have these trigger locks too, and I put them on, let's see what the settings do. So we have 3, 2, and 1. What these do is they actually adjust your triggers to how you want to use them in terms of how far they go down. So if I put it on 1, so okay, if I put it on 3, this is the regular, it goes all the way down. But if I put it on 1 and you go to fire, you'll fire a lot faster because your fingers only go down slightly. So you'll have a very large advantage over your players too. That is so awesome. I cannot wait to use this controller. And the last thing is we're going to talk about here is it comes with this. And now what this does is this actually, you can increase the tension. So if you turn this right of your triggers, if you turn this right, I think it's right, you can actually increase the tension of your controller or of your sticks or loosen them based on what you want to do. And I know you can increase the tension all the way as far as even if you were using a 360 controller, because the tension was a little bit firmer. Just gives you an option to be able to aim faster and quicker, so you don't have to move your thumbs as much. Oh, the buttons look great. This is an amazing controller. I'm really excited, guys. So that is the unboxing of the Halo Infinite Elite Series 2 controller. So at the end of this video, I thought I'd give you a surprise. I picked up this hardback book, Halo Mythos, A Guide to the Story of Halo, Microsoft Studios 343 Industries. Now, since I'm so obsessed with Halo, I've gone back, I played Halo 4, been playing Halo 5, I beat Halo 3 earlier this year. Obviously, I've played Halo Infinite and I'm obsessed with it. It was my game of the year in 2021. But I wanted to learn more about the intricate story of Halo. And they say you got to go back to Halo 4 and Halo 5 if you can understand what's going on in Halo Infinite. But even if you do that, it's pretty difficult. So I'm going to show you what this book offers from the illustrations to what it lays out for you with the lore of Halo, with the story. So it's really, really, really absolutely fantastic. So we have Master Chief here. Right when you open up the book here, we have Master Chief John 117, and obviously we have the AI of Cortana. If you know anything about Halo, these two have had an amazing relationship throughout the story. So I thought it was cool right when you open the book. And look at the illustrations, just how detailed and nice that is. Really clean. So I've read about a quarter of this book, and I'm loving it so far, and I'm learning a lot more. So this is, I'm going to show you this, I wanted to show you this timeline. It lays out sequential for you, the whole beginning of the lore of Halo, the Forerunner legacy, the rise of humanity, the end of the war, and the aftermath, and the return of the Prometheans. I just thought that was cool. Obviously, at the beginning of Halo, if you don't know anything about the story, you had the precursors who were the ultimate beings in the galaxy, and they created sentient beings like the Forerunners, who were the most intelligent beings, and also they created humans. And it lays out everything for you, from the Covenant War to Halo Reach to the Spartans to anything you can think of. So I just thought it would be cool to show you right at the beginning of the book. That's what it shows you before I show you some other illustrations and some other detailed things. Here's a good illustration of the Halo Ring installations that were created as a weapon to defeat the Flood at first by the Forerunners. Really cool. And if you don't know anything also about Halo, the Prophets and the Covenant didn't even know, and humankind didn't even know at first, that the Halo Rings existed before they started the Covenant War. So that just looks really cool. Thought I'd show you that. Here's an example of how the book lays out many different species and different factions of the galaxy. I wanted to show you the Covenant species, different species in the Covenant, because you might actually be familiar with them when going up against them as enemies in the campaigns of all the Halo games. So you have your grunts and your jackals, you have your elites here. Usually, primarily, they use those energy swords. You have brutes, and hunters, who are very difficult to beat. So I thought that was cool. I thought I'd just show you that too as well. Here's another example of a chapter where they talk about how the Spartans were created. And obviously we have different types of Spartans. We had the Spartan 1s and the Spartan 2s, I think even all the way up to the Spartan 4s. But Spartan 2s were primarily the ones that they focus on talking about in the story the most, because that's what John 117, Master Chief, was. So here is a beautiful illustration of some Spartans standing there. And I thought this page was cool and let you know, if you don't know anything as well, of the lore of Halo. Dr. Catherine Halsey, she was the one that started the Spartan 2 program and had the idea. She was the one who actually found John 117 when he was very young and introduced him into the Spartan 2 program. Basically, they chose humans that were at the strongest of intelligence and highest athletic abilities, because they knew they'd be able to fight. And when they reached a certain age, I believe it was the age of 14, they would go through several augmentations when they were given their armor that was attached to their bodies after these augmentations. And a lot of them actually died. John 117 was one of the only ones who actually survived. It gives you some different aspects of the armor of the Spartans. So I thought that was cool to show you as well. And honestly, I gotta tell you, I'm really interested in the show that's going to be coming out on Paramount Plus. So the Halo show. So I hope after reading this story, look at that. Look at the illustrations there. They get everything right, or do it in a timely fashion. So that's it. I thought that would be cool to show you two guys of something else that I picked up. When you're interested in games, sometimes you pick up some books and read about them. All right, guys, please subscribe if you would like to. I'm trying to do these bi-weekly videos, but I've been struggling to get them out, so we'll just call it at 2 videos a month that I'm trying to do. Please stay notified, turn on all notifications so you get prompted on all my uploads of my new videos. Remember, guys, whatever it is that you are involved in gaming, always keep it legendary. We'll see you for the next one, guys. Peace.